Hey there. It is now week 25. Time is a spinning. It will be the 1st of July within days. Gracie and I have now been living here on the property for more than 6 months. So, summertime in Florida. You know, those 3 years that I was trying to get here to the property, to live on the property, so that I could do the things that I really wanted to do. You know, I just would come in on Sundays. I would pray that it wasn't raining. If it was raining, Gracie and I would jump back and forth in the Gladiator, in the Jeep truck, and cool down and jump back out and wait for it to stop raining, and then do a little bit of something, and then we'd have to hop back in the car and travel back wherever we were living at the time. And you know, some of that time it was an hour and 45 minutes away, some of it was an hour and 30 minutes away, but nevertheless it was like a long trip for a very short amount of time. And now we're here. And so how does it feel being here? Well, I keep getting thrilled about the fact that if it rains, I can just go inside. Like it's been threatening to storm for the last hour now. Lots of thunder and lightning, but no rain. So I've been able to just continue to do things, and Gracie has, you know, been able to continue to hang out. And we just know that, well, if it rains, and we go inside. And then we get to come back outside. But there's no more driving back and forth. There's no more hiding in the Jeep. It's like we actually go inside our house. I can't even tell you what an incredible difference that makes. And it's the same thing, you know, it's the same thing with anything else that we run into here on the property. So the bottom line is, here we are. This week, what we finally got around to, and it wasn't until today that we got around to it, we got the other pieces or accessories for the DR Power Equipment Trimmer Mower. And so today, it went on its first virgin run of the property. And let me tell you how incredible that was. It was so incredible. In 30 minutes, I was able to clear more than I could have in a full day with the handheld brush cutter / weed whacker that I had. Blow away. And my body, oh my God, it makes such a difference for my body, because I am not hurting. Because after a day of handling that, you know, that motion with the brush cutter, the hand brush cutter that I had, the bottom line was that the battery weighed like a third of my weight. And so, you know, I was having to maneuver and move that thing all day, which meant that I could work for a little bit, and then I have to stop and rest, and then I could work for a little more, and it was slow and tedious, and on days like this, it was hot. So I am so thrilled with that DR Power Equipment Trimmer. And by the way, no, nobody's paying me to say this. Really, honestly, it had today, and it will make an enormous difference. And I've still got things that I haven't had time to try out yet because the rain started threatening. I have a Beaver blade, which is a 12-inch blade that fits up under there that will cut saplings right down at ground level. And I have these other blades, these Dura blades, 4 little blades that go around that chop at all of the you know, the smaller saplings and really thick trunked weeds that have grown enough that they actually have something that looks like trunks instead of stems. So there's a few more things to try. There's a fast lock head on it that will make it easier to get the cord on and off. So in the weeks to come, I'm sure that you will get to see some of the other accessories and toys, and we'll try all that out, and it will be big fun for me to keep figuring out how to use it and how to use it to the best for whatever job I'm doing at the moment. But for now, I'm just sitting here looking out there, and it's all cleared, like all the way through the whole septic area out there. It's fabulous to have it all cleared. Okay, what else happened this week, Kim? I got a couple more trees in this week, some cacao trees. I got a few more trees taken care of in the big garden area, and I continued to harvest tomatoes, peppers, beans, and now even some peas I've started harvesting over there in the big garden. Some actual snap peas that have been out there for a little bit. And so all of that's been going on, the harvesting, the pruning, the cutting dead stuff off and kind of throwing it in the middle of the beds. I have been sitting around plotting how I can get an irrigation system over there. So I went to Home Depot. I had a conversation with a nice young man who had all kinds of great ideas about how to do that, and from his own experience that he and his wife were working with on their acreage. And so that's going to be one of the very next things I do. It takes a lot. I go over there every day, sometimes twice a day, and I am hand watering. There again, it's the hand stuff. I am hand watering, which means that it takes me 45 minutes to an hour to deep soak the 6 beds that I have over there, plus all the trees that are gathered around. So it would be really fabulous to be able to turn on a soaker hose and go tend to something else and come back and have the watering done for me. So I'm not talking about something as automated as timers and things like that. I haven't gotten that far yet, but just simply setting up irrigation with soaker hoses and things so I can run them into the beds and make that job easier instead of hand holding the hose. So that was a conversation that I had this week with the guy at Home Depot that was really, really great to have. And then what else happened? Really, those were the biggies. I did get a new ornament for my, it is really my whimsical garden, my wildflower garden. I got a new ornament over there. It's a sun and moon that orbits and with the wind. So, I'm a little more entertained. And there have been hummingbirds stopping by the feeders in the morning this week. They move so fast that I never catch them on camera, but you'll just have to trust me when I tell you. Yeah, they're starting to show up. So my job now is to keep putting fresh nectar out there and cleaning them out for them so that they get fresh water with sugar. I make the nectar myself. I don't buy that horrible red stuff with the red food coloring in it. I don't know. There's something about that I am not willing to do to the birds. I don't even know. Is it good for them? Is it bad for them? It just seems weird to give birds stuff with red food coloring in it, since I won't even put it in my body, for God's sake. All right, so that is mainly the updates. Everything here on the deck is continuing to grow. All of my herbals here that are going to be medicinals, like the Tulsi, holy basil, the comfrey, the lavender. The citronella is working, by the way. It actually is working to keep the mosquitoes away, which is shocking but true. And it smells so good, you know, that citrusy smell. That is really great. Oh, I know the other thing that's been happening this week is Monday. I heard a whole bunch of ruckus way down at the Limestone Road where my main gate is. I mean, from here, that's probably two city blocks away. When I take that walk to my mailbox there at my main gate, it's quite a distance. But here's the bottom line. The bottom line is I hear a bunch of ruckus, and so, you know, I go wandering down to see what the heck's going on. It's the sound of a bunch of trucks and trucks backing up, and they sound like very large trucks. And the garbage company had already been there, so I knew it was not them. And lo and behold, there were some very, very large machines there, and but there were no people around, just large machines, and they had started doing what looked like leveling out the road. There was a little limestone and, you know, dirt, sand stuff from the road pushed up on the sides, on each side. So the next day I listened carefully, and the minute I heard a sound, I went trotting back down there again, and lo and behold, there was a guy in one of those trucks. So he was really great. He stopped what he was doing. He talked to me and said that they were redoing that limestone road. And so I was like, asphalt? And he said, well, not exactly. I said, more limestone. He said, well, not exactly. He seemed to think that what this all was going to be was kind of a hybrid of those two things. And he said that it would take a couple weeks because they're doing several different limestone roads out in this area. So he said it may take a couple weeks to be done, but that when they were done, that this would really hold the road tight and hold it together, you know, for quite a while, whatever quite a while is. He said possibly 10 years. Who knows? I don't know how long these things hold up. So we'll get to see how long these things hold up, and hopefully by next week, maybe they continued throughout the week to clear and level the road, fill in all the potholes, and then there was a layer of more black, dark gray colored stone and sieved stone looking stuff that went on top of that. The machines are still there, so I don't think they're done. And maybe this week. But it is very exciting because it looked like it had been in bad shape when I first came here. And now this is, you know, we're moving on 3.5 years down the road here. No pun intended. And, you know, potholes that fill up with water, and, you know, thank God that I get, you know, the vehicles that I've had are 4-wheel drive Jeeps, and, you know, they can handle really rugged stuff. They're all big all-terrain tires, but still, you know, it's the thump, 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 bump, bump, bump coming down that road, and never really knowing if there's going to be anything that blocks me off, keeps me from being able to get in or out of the property. So I'm very excited about that. That was another big upgrade that's happening this week. And Other than that, I'm going to keep tending to things. Yep, I figure that's my job at this point in time, is to keep tending to things. At the end of July, there is a young woman who is a landscaper by profession, and she travels back and forth from here to Tennessee. My friend Victoria referred her to me. We had a great conversation on the phone earlier this week, and she cannot wait to get here to the property and see what we've got. And she said this is kind of like her dream come true, to have a property like this that she can grow things on and homestead herself. So we'll see what happens. I have been, as you probably know, I've been creating and asking the universe for some help here on the property, so that I am not caught up doing everything myself. There's just a lot. It's 10 acres and 7 of it is still Florida woods. So I am hoping that she will be able to come here and help out some. Who knows? There has to be ways to make all of this easier. I know it. And I know that it's about community, and it's about finding the right people. So I'll keep looking for them. If you know any of them, send them in my direction. Yeah, that's how that works for this particular beauty on a budget. Is I need to find different ways to do this kind of stuff, other than spending outrageous amounts of money to have contractors come here and do what they do. All right, that's it for this week. So, Gracie, you ready? Huh? You ready? She is panting. It is so hot out here, even though there's all this threatening storm that's happening behind us here. So, you ready? You ready? All right, let's tell everybody what we tell everybody. So, Gracie and I, we send you freedom for yourself and your life. And we also send you peacefulness for yourself and your life. Take it on. Take all this on, bring it inside. Know that it's an inside job. So once you have it, you can bring it up and use it anytime you want. So the last thing we send you is love. We send you tons and tons and tons of love from Freedom Makers. And we will be back next week, and we'll see what's been accomplished by then. Thanks for continuing to watch the story as it evolves. Okay, we'll see you soon. Bye.